said now that we have uh, telescopes that can see like so many light years away from us now, like outside of our galaxy, a lot far. And it made me think about that argument about flat Earth around. If this telescope is powerful enough to see beyond our solar system, our galaxy, is it that hard to just debunk just this probably just one little thing about the whole flat Earth thing? Just take that telescope and put it out on the ocean, and we should be able to see the countries across the ocean, right?
No. Well,
If
if
it
it's
was flat,
if
that's
it
what I
was
mean.
flat,
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying. Yes, that's what I
sure.
mean.
Yeah.
I haven't heard or came across any type of experiment that said that experiment was taking place.
Are you willing to do it?
It has, yeah. If I had the funds, I'd probably be not alive for a large portion of the time because I will be damning out the government with a whole bunch of experiments if I could afford to do the experiments. Because yeah, I'm putting that telescope out there and see if we can see what's going on in other countries. If we can still see this ship that we just can't see no more, that right there would be one argument or one piece of our argument debunked. But they won't, or they haven't. I would like to go on, they won't, but they haven't done yet. Because even NASA have stated the pictures that we see from space is over exaggerated. That's not how it really looks out there. Those pictures we see in our textbooks, those pictures we see in papers, magazines, those video images that we see, they say it doesn't really look like that in outer space. It's pretty bland and dull. That's so they say. But those pictures are over exaggerated in Photoshop to make it look that much more amazing. NASA stated this, but also at the same time, NASA states a lot of things, but again, we haven't been out to space. We only see video images of space.
What do you mean? Wait a minute.
Look, no, I mean that we personally, when we look at other stuff, we're looking at their footage of what they're showing us or what they want to show us. We haven't ourselves ventured out in space. A lot of us ourselves haven't even had a telescope to even look at a star or beyond the cloud that but we're still choosing to believe that the Earth is flat or round.
Have you ever seen a shooting star?
Yes, I have.
Okay. So you don't think that one shooting star is not just a small piece of all the beauty of space?
No, I'm not saying that space is not what space is. I'm just saying that, we like our imagination a lot.
I'm okay with that. I'm all right living in my imagination.
I'm cool with that too, but to be certain about said imagination is a different thing.
But do we always have to be certain?
No, that's why imagination is so dope. We don't have to be certain all the time. That's what makes imagination exactly what it is. You hold on, wait. I gotta wait for you to come back. This making conversation not as smooth.
Right. Do you think we need to start over and reboot?
Where do we leave off with? Something about the stars.
I was talking about because you said NASA says that the pictures that are shown are really exaggerated. But I mean, I don't want to think of space and everything as just being bleak. And I would like to think they have color, but color I don't think exists in space.
Yeah, that's another thing. That's part of what I mean by we ain't been out there. A lot of it is our imagination. And ain't nothing wrong with imagination. I talk about imagination a lot. I'm quite fascinated with imagination. It's a wild thing, imagination.
Yeah. I do like seeing space as a beautiful place. It helps me to remember that I am so small in everything, like I'm this much in such a mass galaxy of just beauty and however it looks like. So I want to think that all the swirls that they show us are beautiful blues and purples and shit. So I'm going to stick to my imagination. Just imagine space as being a beautiful place. Yeah. Forget NASA.
Oh yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you. It's cool to imagine space being what we view it as. What we view it as. But I like to think that I like to go deep with stuff a lot of the time. So I bring it up and talk about it. I'm not concrete in my thoughts. I just like to talk about them because hey, I could or could not. I'm cool with getting something I have pushed out in my head.
That's right. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, is being able to share ideas and thoughts and just where we are with everything. When you think about your imagination, where does your imagination take you?
My imagination takes me. It honestly just takes me to whatever. Like, 'cause again, I think about a lot of things. Like I had conversations about the evolution of turtles. Like I'll be like, like to me, it's kind of like y'all stupid for not learning how to flip back over yet. Like I've been around all these years, you ain't learn how to flip back over when y'all like, come on, now. But yeah, I just like to think a whole bunch of crazy things, like the evolution of water versus with intertwining with the evolution of humanity. I had a conversation about that. Like it's kind of strange to me how like water is dangerous. Like water is deadly at the same time as it is a extremely life sustaining substance.
Right.
But it's extremely dangerous to you, what could be. And I was thinking about how back science says that we had at least 3 to 4, probably more human species. We are now what we're calling the Neanderthals, I think. Oh, no, I mean, not Neanderthals, Homo sapiens, my bad. We're the Homo sapien of humanity versus not being quite the same as Neanderthals and the cavemen or other type. But again, imagination of mine had me think about if they were drinking all this supposed fresh water, there's some stuff in that jug. Like how did our body sustain, like how did our body combat all those things that can probably just wipe us out, because we kind of relatively just found out boiling water helps with purification. It doesn't purify, it just helps with it.
But at the same time, so if you think about it, like Neanderthals were in a space where there was none of this shit going on. Wasn't no buildings, wasn't no chemicals, wasn't no factories, like none of that shit. So the water they were drinking was pure, I would think. No.
Well, yeah, I ain't gonna say pure because
come on.
Because they also wash I would assume they bathe themselves in the water too, just like other animals and creatures walking on land and then just walking right onto the water, bringing whatever is on land into the water. Again, the human body is extremely resilient. Like it's kind of like a freaking super being itself when you really think about it. But at the same time, a parasite, parasite. They ain't even gotta have babies yet. Parasite will put you down with the quickness.
but maybe the parasites back then were pure. They weren't complicated parasites.
Right. Probably, but according to parasites in the wild, they're some pretty evil creatures. Because they would take over your body and make you do things that you ain't normally done recordedly, just so they could survive.
You sound like that. What's that movie, Invasion of the Body Snatchers?
Yeah, but hey, that's exactly what parasites do. That's exactly what parasites do. They would take over the host body completely.
That's true.
And they would make them become a meal to a new type of prey, just so that parasite can prevail later on.
But so I'm switching gears for a moment because when you talk about thinking about what you're thinking about and just having random ass thoughts, you ever look at a place and be like, man, if somebody was chasing me, I would hide over there.
Yeah, girl, I stay in Detroit. I have done some running from people before.
I mean, more so like, have you ever thought, like, if there was a mass murderer after me, like, kind of like some horror type shit, like I could hide in that corner right there and just be in the shadows and they wouldn't find me. Do you ever think like that?
Yeah, I've thought about that. Yep, I've thought about things like that. I have thought about also how to survive that said horror person from the movies. You just gotta not turn around and let them know that you are aware of them. Because only time in the movies you see them get caught is when they turn around. They be doing their thing. They don't even be paying attention. They be doing their thing. The killer ain't doing jack to them. But the moment they turn around and recognize the killer, you got. Just don't turn around.
So
just don't turn around. Just do your thing.
So wait a minute. You're saying the best defense is
don't turn around. Look, be aware of it, but then do your thing, act like you're not aware of it, do your thing, and then just go, just run, just go. There you go.
Oh, okay. See, that part you kind of left out at the beginning because I'm sitting here thinking the best way to get over like a Jason, is just act like he ain't there.
At first, you just act like become aware. You know he there, but just don't act like he's there. Do your thing that you was already doing, and then when you just out of the blue, just run. Then don't turn around and then recognize them and then run. Just run. That's what I mean by that. Just go.
So wait a minute. Recognition gives Jason powers?
I don't know, but it seems like that's what the time that people get killed in movies is when they turn around and recognize them. Don't sit here. You don't be seeing them just standing in the background watching the people they about to kill, and then the moment they see, like, wait a minute, is that Jason? That might be Jason. Going on upstairs, act like you was looking at something else. Do your thing. By the time Jason come on up, you already out the window.
So okay, I'm eating a sandwich. I'm at the kitchen table. I'm eating a sandwich. I feel a presence.
Yep.
I feel a presence. So you're recommending I continue to eat this sandwich. La 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 la. Crunch, crunch, crunch. And then what? Just dip out?
Look, you ain't even got to continue to eat this sandwich. If you feel the presence right then and there, just go. Just don't look behind you.
We're just walking up and just quietly moving out.
Just act like you just going to another place, another destination. Because if you look, I'm telling you, if you just look at every horror movie, especially dealing with the Jasons, the Freddys, the Michael Myers, look at all the horror movies. They in the background just staring at them. And then the moment they turn around and recognize that that's who that is, stab in the stomach. Stab.
Well, stab. Okay, well, there's a few pieces in some of those movies where the person doesn't notice and they move into the next room. Because I feel like you're really telling me to be passive aggressive towards Jason. Like, bitch, I don't. Yeah, I feel you. But I'm gonna go into the next room, and you ain't finna get no acknowledgement over here. You ain't finna get no juice off of my acknowledgement. Like
exactly.
So we're just being passive aggressive, right? Okay,
but aware that it's a possible killer over there, and just go. Don't acknowledge the possible killer over there. If run. Don't just run. Don't look back. Everybody fall on their feet when they look back, and don't be white either. Don't be white because you automatically fall for no reason if you're white. So
everyone, if you're white,
you got to talk to them about that. They're the ones always falling on the open football field.
and can't seem to get up fast enough.
Exactly.
And that's the part that frustrates me about Jason and Michael Myers is that they literally walk. They literally walk. So how do you not outrun a motherfucker that walks? I mean, they not even speed walking. They kind of get a little